The part has some complex undercut regions for fittings that will need to be moulded. Turn on the undercut shading so you can see where the remaining region is. Two have already been dealt with. Select the individual faces in this region, including the small button. You should have 7 surfaces selected in all. These can be extracted from the main solid using the button on the toolbar. To define a convenient line of draw for these, simply draw a line between the 2 corners and attach a work plane to the middle of the line. Using the drag handles, rotate the work plane as shown. One of the surfaces is not needed, so that can be removed. Now create a composite curve for just the U-shaped portion at the top. Project this along the y-axis to a distance of 5 mm, but keep a copy of the original. With the y-axis of the workplane selected, create a surface extrusion. This wants to come away from the part. The length does not matter at this stage. Select it, make a copy, and then blank the copy. Now set the length of the original extrusion to about 40 mm. Again, the length is not critical. Create a line along the open edge and using Z as the work plane, create a tapered extrusion with a draft angle of 5 degrees. Trim the extrusion to the vertical extrusion. And now trim the other end of the extruded surface to the original curve. The block is now nearly complete, except for the button. Create a composite curve around the top edge and then trim the extruded surface to the new curve. We can now convert all of this into a solid. It is not necessary to fix this solid at this stage. Make the solid active and create a 1 mm fillet along the back edge. Place this solid onto level 10 and remove any unwanted wireframe and the work plane as well. We now need to attach the original extrusion to the main body. Create a composite curve around the open edge where it is going to fit. Simply work all the way around, following the arrows around this open edge. And you should end up at the sharp corner. Record this composite curve, unblank the extrusion, And now trim the extrusion to the wireframe curve. Select the solid and use the stitch command to add the new surface into the solid.